King and queens, I hope everybody is doing good, doing great, taking care of your health, staying to yourself. Remember, a slow grind is better than no grind. We are finally at 2,000 subscribers. Huge milestone to me. I'm not going to lie. Maybe small to y'all, but it's huge to me. And I just want to say I appreciate everybody that's been viewing, everybody that support and rock with me. Whether you dislike what I'm talking about in the videos or whether you know what I'm saying, you side with me in the comments, it's all appreciated. I really appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all. Keep rocking with me. We're going to keep going and keep growing. Right here today, as you can see by the title and by the thumbnail, let's check it out. Make sure y'all go subscribe to D Green, but before you go subscribe to his channel, make sure you subscribe to mine. Let's get to this video, man.
Bro, besides Jay-Z and Pusha T being in the Epstein files, no! This was the most randomest news I've seen in a minute, bro. This man, Paul George, has been suspended for 25 games for violating the NBA's anti-drug policy.
I thought they was letting him smoke. What kind of drugs was he on?
Now, nobody's trying to specify what drugs Paul George was taking. Pretty sure Paul George was not suspended for smoking some gas.
Right.
Paul George must have been taking some PEDs. Bro, on my soul. I watched the 76ers versus the Bucks game the other day. Like, I legitimately watched that game live, bro. Like, I didn't just watch the highlights, bro. And this nigga, Paul George, dropped 32 points in the big 2026? Bro, Paul George hasn't dropped 30 points in probably 5 years.
Dang, see, this is how you know I'm out of the loop. Paul Pierce was like one of my favorites. I ain't gonna lie. I had him. This is crazy to say. Y'all probably gonna be on my bumper in the comments. I had him under Kobe at one point. Then I switched him out for Tatum. You know what I'm saying? Now I got Tatum. See my GOATs. Oh, okay. Only because I grew up on Kobe, I got to put Kobe above Jordan. Jordan, Kobe, Iverson. Then I'm gonna go Tatum. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I had Paul in there in the mix, but he just been, I don't know. Then he get injured too much. Just like a lot of these players just soft. They just be getting injured left and right. I don't know if it's the shoes. I don't know if they ain't working out the right way. I don't know if it's what they eating, but they just be getting injured way too often.
Now, I'm not gonna say I knew Paul George was cheating, but I knew something was up, bro. Nigga, Paul George dropped the 30 ball and instantly got investigated, bro. That's tough.
Huh?
Bro, just when the 76ers were all starting to be healthy, Joel Embiid was actually starting to look like himself, and then bam, Paul George gets suspended 25 games. I should have knew it,
That's
bro.
Crazy.
You was doing way too much in those warm-ups, bro. Bro, I think this dunk is literally what got Paul George suspended. Bro.
Huh? No, my boy PG time traveled. Now, listen, I think he had his leg broken at one point. I don't know if it was, I think he broke his leg, I want to say. But for him to be doing this, and then y'all know he gets to a certain age where, but y'all got to think about it. LeBron, y'all don't be doing it. I mean, LeBron been doing it for a long time, but it's like he's still athletic. Nah, because LeBron be having some clips where I be like, it might be time to hang the jersey up, big fella. But I don't know. This is crazy. So this dunk right here, which Paul George used to be elevating, he used to get up. This put him under investigation by the NBA. God dang it, PG.
Y'all probably think I'm joking, but Paul George, you're doing way too much, bro. You're like, what, 35 or 36 years old?
What
How
that
the
mean?
fuck are you still doing?
The same way Bron is. Work out. But if he was on that stuff, then I guess it wasn't workouts.
360 windmills. Of course you were gonna get drug tested after this. You didn't think Adam Silver was gonna see this? And then out of nowhere you dropped 30 points?
But 35 and 36 is not old. As long as you're consistent and you working out and taking care of your body, that is not old at all.
Needed you to score 10 points for my parlay. Only 10 points. Because, I mean, this season, a lot of the time you've been scoring like 7 and 8 points and shit. And then you casually drop 30 points looking like your old self. And turns out it's because you were taking that shit.
Situation that you said. Drugs help me.
Huh?
The fuck are you talking about?
Paul George must have got that overseas LeBron plug. How do y'all think LeBron is still playing at age 40?
Wait, stop!
Okay, D Green, don't get canceled. Those SUVs are just one call away. But it's just unfortunate for Paul George because he's fought back from all those gruesome surgeries. Y'all remember Paul George broke his entire leg?
Okay, yeah. So exactly, this is what I was talking about. He suffered in severe, like a crazy injury. He broke his leg. Man, y'all got to think about it. These dudes have been playing basketball their entire life. And to go from, so to speak, having your dreams and your aspirations and the thing that you worked your butt off to get stripped away from you feels like your world is over with. So anything that's going to help you get back out there and feel like yourself again, they be willing to risk it. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how many athletes, whether it's, NFL, you know what I mean? From soccer to tennis, you never know what these people take it. So they can be more advanced. You know, even in boxing, hey, listen, I'm just saying, we don't know. I can't fault him if he felt like, hey, this is something I want to do to get back out there, and I haven't felt like myself in a long time. I'm not going to fault him for it, but because as a grown man, you got to know the repercussions and consequences behind taking a drug. You got to know the potential of like the side effects and even the side effects when it comes to what the NBA might do to you. You know what I'm saying? It's a cause and effect to everything, but at the same time, it's always two ways to think about and look at any and everything. He probably felt like this was the only way for him to feel like that old PG again, get back in that bag where he open, going crazy, 360 windmill dunks, all that. Can't get mad at him.
Had all these season-ending injuries, and just when he starts hooping again, another setback. I did not see this coming, bro. And like I said, I've been a fan of Paul George, but if we're keeping it 1,000, Paul George is washed.
Hey, Dios mío!
Bro, the higher ups in the NBA knew something was off, bro. Paul George was just moving a little too different.
He dropped 30 points or some shit. They tested him right away.
Right away. But it was looking like it, though.
Yeah.
For real?
Dead ass, he don't move good. And all of a sudden, he's fucking cashing out trades, looking like himself like 4 years ago.
Bro, let me see if I can find out what did Paul George take.
Now, Dylan Brooks is trash to me. I'm not going to lie. Dylan Brooks is garbage. He's like the modern day Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman. I mean, I ain't going to lie. No, I can't even give him that one. I can't give him that one. He just do a lot of bull crap and act like he don't do a lot of bull crap. Some people like him and respect him. I don't know. Maybe I got to check his game out a little more. But the highlights and stuff I see and just how dirty he play, he would have been that person if I was to ever be in the league. Yeah, we running phase, bro. I don't care about no fine. Matter of fact, I'm going to put my 20, 30, whatever I got to get. I'm going to go ahead and try to do what I got to do. I ain't going to say what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. I'm trying to follow the guidelines and everything of YouTube. But yeah, he just one of them dirty players. He just talk too much. Be a lot of hating going on.
Bro, why are they trying to gatekeep what Paul George was taking? They're saying improper medication?
Huh?
Oh, I see. They're not trying to give other players any ideas. But hey, man, as much as I respect Paul George for what he's done for the game, we gotta admit that he's washed. This nigga has been washed ever since he started that podcast. Bro, once an NBA player starts a podcast, they do not want to hoop anymore. They are officially thinking about life after basketball, bro.
As they should.
I be getting on dudes that want to do the podcast during while they're playing.
Like Paul George and
they're all
Draymond Green?
terrible.
Ouch!
You don't like Draymond's podcast?
No!
This dude just, that's what I'm saying. This dude just be hating so bad. And it's just like, bro, you're not like that. You're not nice at all like that. I don't care what y'all say about, oh, he's in the NBA though. Okay. Whatever you say, buddy. Now I get it. To some degree, he had to be something that the people that was recruiting, he had to be something that they liked, right? He had to have something, I guess, that they wanted. And it may have been the aggression. It may have been the fact that he's a hustler. I'm not taking that away from him, but just being a phenomenal scorer or a great passer or just an all-around dope athlete, Stop it. All that hating, I just don't like the hate. It's just like, bro, people can think about other things outside of basketball, even if, okay, I get it. You feel like nobody should be focused on basketball and trying to do podcasts. I get it. Because you can look at it like they taking themselves away from practicing and working on their craft. I get that. But you don't have to hate, though. That's the thing. It's just like, bro, you could give constructive criticism. You don't have to be negative with it.
Where's Paul, though?
This nigga Paul George went from playoff P, the pandemic P, the podcast P, and now he's prescription P.
Mama!
I mean, come on, Adam Silver. Y'all gotta cut PG some slack, bro. This man broke his entire leg. I'm pretty sure he's allowed to take whatever he took.
Okay.
I mean, he ain't take steroids, did he?
On my day-to-day, I get lifted higher than ever existed.
Huh?
Youngest look up to me thinking how I can make a difference. Never could hit the lotto. Funny, cause I'm the 10th pick. Now they knowing me locally. Haters, yeah, supposed to be get a hold of me socially. Yeah, they loving me overseas. Binoculars get a hold of me.
Weirdo. Damn, Paul George. Once you scored 25 points the other night, you should have just stopped shooting, bro.
What is that?
That 30 was way too obvious.
Wait a minute.
And now that I think about it, he was probably giving some of that shit to Embiid. Bro, I seen Embiid catch a oop the other night. Embiid! Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That nigga Embiid might be next. Nah, getting suspended for 25 games?
That's crazy.
That's a long ass time. The regular season is gonna be like close to being over.
That's what I was thinking about. I'm like, 25, that's a stretch. That's crazy.
This is like the same amount of time they gave John Morant for having a gun on Instagram.
God, dog.
They not playing with Paul George at all. I mean, how long does it take that drug to get out of his system? I'm pretty sure it doesn't take 25 games. I feel like they should have suspended him until he could pass a drug test. 25 games is not necessary. I don't know if Paul George can ever recover from this, bro. Let's face it, you're pushing 40 years old. You're already on this big ass contract. You don't have much time left. These folks ain't gonna keep being patient with you, bro. You're damn near about to get released, my nigga. Shit, the trade deadline coming up, you might get traded. Hey, I know exactly what Paul George is gonna be doing during this suspension, bro. He's just gonna be smacking cheeks and playing the PS5.
Because that would have been double dip.
Now, growing up in my generation, a lot of niggas wanted to be like Paul George. Let's be real. He's a 6'8" forward that can handle the ball and shoot like a guard. Arguably one of the smoothest players of all time. But your career is over, Paul George.
Ouch!
I gotta keep it honest with you, bro. You had a good run. Your hairline is still intact. Still got one of the crispest hairlines in the league. But I told you as soon as you landed in Philly, PG, take off that number 8. You are not Kobe.
No!
You set yourself up for failure, Paul George. I don't know why these niggas be switching to number 8. I told Justin Jefferson Jr. the same shit. Take off that number 8. Now, Paul George, you had 24 at first, but I gave you a pass for 24 because you was hooping with number 24. And then you wanted to be PG-13. I was like, okay, that's tough. And then for some reason you picked number 8, and that's when I knew your career was really over. Respectfully, the last good season that Paul George had was when he was on OKC. And what Damian Lillard say? Ever since then, you've been running from the grind. Now wait, now that I think about it, did Damian Lillard end Paul George's career?
Lillard,
That's a bad shot.
Listen, all right, what if he got a game plan? Let me just, you know what I'm saying? Let me play life's advocate. What if PG is like, all right, I know what I could do to get under the microscope so they can look at me and start to push me out. I already got my money. I'm already millionaire. You know what I mean? Millionaired up. Because y'all got to think about it. For the most part, these dudes are smart. PG seems like a very intelligent dude. He has other things going outside of the NBA. What if that's just one of his plays? I'm like, all right, this is how I'm going to push myself out without doing, too much, even though that is too much. But he ain't doing too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Y'all let me know what y'all think about what's going on. Is he just trying to get that old PG feel back? Like, I ain't been feeling it lately. Or is he trying to find an escape route to get out of the NBA? I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below. Hello or goodbye. Talk to me. Do not yell at me. We elevating to your head. We ain't bleeding yet. Spread love, not hate. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Be great. Gone.